Hello, 6th, 7th, and 8th graders at CKS. I am your new math and science teacher, and since I can't be there, I'm still here in San Francisco, I thought I would make a quick video for you to introduce myself to you. I was born in Vermont, in Burlington, at the hospital that most of you, I would guess, were born at. This is a picture of me as a baby. This is a picture of my awesome parents. My sister Michelle, who's 10 years older than me, and then my little brother Andrew, who is 7 years younger than me. My brother and sister and I grew up here, and because I was surrounded by nature, I got really interested in science. My parents were both very interested in gardening and spending a lot of time outside. Around February, I remember going with my father and mom to pick out seeds to plant in our greenhouse, so they would be ready when spring hit. My parents also really loved animals, and they loved the lessons that raising animals gave to their children. And so each year we would have a different type of animal in the summertime, including all of these. I also really like to stay very active, and so I played these 3 sports all the way through high school, and then a little bit in college. My family did a lot of traveling when I was younger. Guess where these photos were taken?
You shout it out, but I can't hear a word you say.
After I graduated from high school, I traveled around to different colleges and finally decided on St. Michael's as the school that I wanted to go to. While I was there, I played for their tennis team. For 1 year, I studied at University of Canterbury in New Zealand again because I loved it so much. After you graduate from college, you have to decide where you're going to live. And I had a hard time deciding. I was thinking about New York or Boston, and then San Francisco kind of appealed to me because so much of the science that I've been learning about came from San Francisco and the area around here. It's beautiful. It's just a lot more people. And so I decided to move here for a couple years. I started teaching at this beautiful school called Convent of the Sacred Heart High School, and I have been here for the past 13 years. While I have been here, I have taught chemistry, biology, algebra, geometry. I've also been the tennis coach and the badminton coach and the yearbook coordinator. As it turns out, I spent so much time here at Convent that I really got to know the faculty. In fact, I even married one. Then, after a little while, we had our first little boy, Bryce, who is going to be in the pre-K program next year. Bryce and my husband and I have had so much fun exploring the city. We had so much fun that we decided to have another baby, and her name is Nora. The 4 of us really like to be out and about. We try to go tide pooling, we go visit the redwoods and the big, huge trees that you hear about, the giant sequoias. We sometimes pop by Ghirardelli Square for a little bit of chocolate and ice cream. We also try to travel down south where there's SeaWorld and the San Diego Zoo. Even though we live in the city, we still see our fair share of nature. In fact, we have rats in our backyard, and these eggs were sitting outside of our front door just these past few weeks. Lastly, a little bit more relevant for you, I love to bake for my students. I want to end this video with a little bit of a message to each of my students next year. In 6th grade, I'm looking forward to meeting with all of you and getting to know you through the fields of Earth and space science. We're going to learn about the universe, how big it is, what's in it, all of those things. We're also going to learn about some animals and some plants. We're going to have a lot of fun learning about both a little bit of life sciences and physical sciences. We're also going to learn a lot about ratios and proportions, different bits of algebra and geometry, also some statistics and probability. So get ready to work hard, but also to have a lot of fun. Hello, 7th graders. I am so excited about our year together, actually, because we're going to cover some of the most interesting topics. We're going to talk about human anatomy. Yes, we're going to talk about everything. We're going to talk about nutrition because it has so much to do with our human anatomy, so much to do with ourselves. We're going to talk about botany, a lot of botany, which is one of my hobbies. You can see I have a plant even in my classroom, even though there are no windows in this classroom. I have a couple plants that are over there too, though. Also, we're going to talk about zoology. So we're going to really cover every interesting topic on the face of the earth that has to do with science, as far as I'm concerned. So I'm really excited about this year in science as well as math. We are going to just continue to build on the skills that you've been learning and just make them even stronger and introduce some new ideas for you. So look forward to a great year in 7th grade. Hello, 8th graders. I know it's your last year at CKS, so we're just going to make it one strong final push for you to be really, really prepared for high school. So we are going to talk about the physical sciences. So physics, we're going to really go into physics. So force and motion. We even may take a little trip to some roller coasters. And that would be to help us further better our knowledge of physics and force and motion. So we're going to do that. We're going to also talk about chemistry, which is something I've been teaching for 13 years. So quite strong in that field. And then we will touch back on Earth and talk about more exciting things about Earth, environmental kind of concerns that we may have. As well as that, in math, we'll be talking about angles. We'll hit on linear equations and polynomials, monomials. You will be very prepared for your next following year in high school. So look forward to meeting all of you, 6th, 7th, and 8th graders. I am so excited about the year, and if you need to get in touch with me, you can just go through your administrators at CKS, and I'm happy to get back to you. But we're packing up, we're ready to go, and have a lovely summer. Be safe, and just keep asking the question, why?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, blast off, another rocket ship run.